Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another Ranger Auto video. We are in our 91 Buick LeSabre today because last night I went and put a new radio in it. The Delco that was in it, it's not working right anymore, and well, I wanted a CD player, so there you go. Alright, well, you're going to get a kit. If you got the 91 LeSabre, you got 4 clips on it. As you can see, those are the 4 different little wiring clips. You got 2 4-pin, 1 7-pin, and 1 6-pin. The 7-pin is this black one right here with the red on the end of it. When you get this clip, as you can see, that's the only one that doesn't have any wires going to it. There's a reason for that, because they don't make a go-around for what these wires do. Alright, we'll start off real simple. You've got one clip here that's got power wires on it. You've got another clip that's got your front wires on it for your speakers. Then you got your other clip on it that's got your wires for your back speakers. So you got power, front, and back speakers on separate clips. Okay? So with me so far? Alright, and then when you hook it up, you're just going to tie the connectors into the wires on the back of the radio. You're going to match the wire colors because they probably will match. I did it this way on this vehicle because normally what I do is I use bullets, and I just do like a quick disconnect type deal in case later on I got to pull the radio out. I just pull the bullets. It's a little easier to do it this way. This way I did it because I ran out of bullets. So the red butt connectors are the speaker wires, and the blue ones are power. So that way, you know, if you got to do a quick cut to something, you know which one is which. You can do it any color you want. This is just what I had available. Alright, now back to the wire in question. If you notice, I have a electronic climate control because this is a limited and this is what came in the car. Well, this is a digital display, but this thing runs 2 separate wiring systems to run the illumination. You've got your standard illumination, which is the gray wire like on this cigarette lighter light. Then you've got the purple and white wire right here, which runs the illumination for the digital display. Here's the problem. This was plugged into the back of the radio on a digital signal. This is what they call a pulse modulated dimmer. What it does is this purple and white wire actually physically changes the dimming control on the display, and it does that using these 2 green wires that run a data connection from the back of the radio to the control head here on the HVAC system. So basically what it turns into is you turn your lights on, you turn your dimmer down, the radio will dim. It'll send a signal through the circuit board in the radio that'll dim this as well. Flawless system if you stay with the stereo that came in the car. But in my case, I didn't, and I couldn't find one in this year range, which is like up to 96, I think it was, where they use these connectors. If you know for sure, you can comment down below. I wanted to get a factory Delco CD player to put back in the hole. I couldn't find one. The ones I did find were too big. They were physically too large. I would have had to build a bracket down here and mount them down underneath, and I'm not about that. So anyway, I went this road with it. And this radio was in a Ford Escort that we had, a little white one that the engine blew up on it about 3 years ago. And it was just sitting up in my shed. All the other cars have radios in them that are fine, so I thought, well, instead of just letting it sit in the shed, put it in this car. It works great. I mean, everything here works. The dimmer system works. See, I'll show you here. Turn on your headlights here, and it'll dim down, and your lights will come on for your controls, but the only thing that you'll have is you can't dim this. So, if that's a problem, then you'd have to build yourself a device that would incorporate these 3 wires to run a signal off the dimmer switch, kind of like the radio did. So Unfortunately, I don't have the equipment to do that. But however, I wanted to show you this because this clip right here, it's got the red on it. This comes off the HVAC unit, comes off this digital display. So, because of the fact that you can't do anything with it, best thing to do would be to just tuck it back inside here. It'll fit. You might have to move it around a little bit and get it wiggled in there, and then you can go ahead and put that up. Now, the other thing you're going to have issues with is when you go to put this together, take the brackets off the old radio. They'll bolt onto this kit right here. And then in order to get the kit to fit, what I did was I left the radio out. It's easier to do it that way because this thing, if you turn it one way and it doesn't fit, it'll fit the other way. And what you have to do is you have to kind of squeeze it a little bit on the sides because these holes are off about maybe a 1/16 of an inch if you just physically put it in. So you just want to kind of squeeze it back a little bit, get your screws started. Be careful, this is plastic back here. I don't think it's got any kind of attachment nuts on the back side like most vehicles do. I think it just screws into the plastic. I might be wrong on that, but from what I've seen so far, because I've had this out a couple times now, it just screws into the plastic. And it's a T10 Torx bit. So you'll need a T10 Torx bit to get this thing apart. And then this cover right here is just this cover right here. And that just snaps on because, see, it's got little snappies on the back there. That snaps on, but that also snaps on a certain way because if you can see, the holes are offset. So you just got to flip this around until you find the right way to put it on. And then just take your thumb and push it into it clicks into place and you're good to go. But anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video here for those of you that own these cars that has the electronic climate control. Be prepared for that to stay on bright all the time. This part here will dim, but this will not. And like I said, this is a pulse modulated dimmer control. And to my knowledge, there's nothing in this car that would digitally change that other than the factory radio. Now, if you find a workaround for that, let me know. But I will tell you this much. If you hook a jumper wire to the purple and white wire, and let's say you want to, because the gray wire in this car, anywhere you see a gray wire, like here and back in here, those are illumination wires in this car, with the exception of the speaker wires on the back side of this clip. Anyway, if you were to put a jumper wire, because I've already done this, and put a jumper wire down in here, inside that connector down there, on the gray wire, and then you hook your jumper wire up to the purple on that clip, and you go to cycle this, it's going to go completely dead. It will go completely dead, and so will that little light right there, until you go all the way to the bottom of the roll on your dimmer switch, and then it'll come back on again, and it'll just do a flicker thing. So it's looking for a signal, and that's why it's flickering. So my advice would be don't hook that purple wire to anything, unless you, like I said, have built a pulse wave modulation device, and then you're golden. But anyway, I just wanted to show that to you real quick. And we're going to have some more videos coming out this year on this car. We're going to do a drive with this car, because I've not done a drive with this car. I haven't done a drive in a long time, and I think it was with the Taurus that I had. And then we're also going to be doing wheel bearings on the Ranger there. We're going to be doing a wheel bearings video for those of you that have never done bearings on a Ranger. We're going to be doing some work on the Escort over there, our service vehicle. And then we're going to have a series called Project Rusty. And that's my 89 Ranger that we're going to be restoring, hopefully. If you want to donate to that project, send me some comments down below. And if enough of you decide you want to do it, I can set up something so you guys can contribute to it. And then the way that'll work is 100% of whatever you send goes into the project. And then, of course, I'll do a video at the end along the way, because I'll be doing videos about that truck from front to back. And then we'll do a final video at the end where I'll take it out and we'll drive it and everything and all that wonderful stuff. But anyway, this was supposed to be a video on the wiring for your radio, for your Buick, and it turned into other things. But that's okay, because we haven't done a video this year. So stay safe out there and try not to blow yourself up, and we'll see you next time.